For income property, what if it's too good to be true?
If it's too, I mean, we've had so many cliches. Expect the unexpected. And if it's too good to be true, it is. There's, one of the things that is really, really mean that I do, I think I've done it to Greg, is I'll have a listing. The listing's $100,000, okay? Of course, it needs some work. And I'm aware it needs some work. And that might be an ambitious asking price, okay? So we could negotiate 90 or 80, okay? But I'm aware of my market. I am not going to spend money on a property. It costs me anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 to market a property. I'm not going to waste my money on a listing that I don't believe in. So if it's $100,000, Eric Andrews is betting it's going to sell for pretty close to $100,000. When you call me as an investor and say, offer him $30,000, I want to say, if they would take $30,000, it would not hit the market. I would have bought it. I mean, it's just a ridiculous waste of time. And so, but you'll see things, and I've gotten yelled at because I will take a picture of a house, and I make sure that I go in the right front corner of the house because I don't want you to see the 3 junk cars that are on that other side. And so when I take a picture of that house, I don't take a picture of the 3 abandoned cars. We are marketing. I'm not trying to hide anything, not trying to be any deceitful or whatever. So, when you drive out there and you go, oh, well, there's 3 abandoned cars. There's 2. Well, we saw a pit bull with a football jersey on one time. That was good.
and which, I've bought a total of, I don't know, close to 30 properties, of all the kinds that I've bought. Mm-hmm. And thus far, I haven't gotten a this is too good to be true.
Right.
I haven't gone home and said, man,
I stole that.
I could flip this thing today and make 100%. I haven't. Mm-hmm. I've gotten some good deals that I feel like down the road will pay off. Mm-hmm. But there's none that I've gone home and felt like I'm looking at the buyer and going, the seller and going, man, did I put one over on you? That's just, we all, I don't want this to come out wrong. We all want to get that great deal. And I would love to get that great deal. I just haven't seen it yet.
Well, and it's a beauty of free market capitalism. I mean, the market determines the value. When it has full exposure, when it's well marketed, when everybody knows about it, the price is what, my grandfather used to say, real estate's worth what a fool will pay for it. But it is what it actually sells for. That's the true market value. And as long as we had a situation where you were selling an investment property that was out of our area. We're trying to get it out of our inventory.
I had to get it out.
We had to get it out of there. But we were inundated with multiple offers the first day. And sometimes I'm wrong. And I was second guessing myself as far as the price. We had done our CMA. I don't think it would have appraised for any more than what we were asking for, but the offers were coming in and they were getting higher and higher. And so we said, and they were coming in above asking price. And so I said, Greg, I want this to have full exposure to the market. So we're going to tell them, submit all their offers within 3 days, and then we'll make a decision. So I knew I was doing the best duty to my client because he had full exposure to the market. That's what people need to realize is, if it's sitting out there, and you'll always hear about the one person, well, I saw a house for $200,000, my buddy got it for $30,000. Again, it's just like those DVD sales. It's just like buying a lottery ticket. Every now and then it might happen or whatever, but it's likely not going to happen. And especially when you come to me with one of my listings, if it would have gone for a lot less, I would have bought it myself. But it's out there at the full market value of what it should fetch, or pretty close to it.
And the only too good to be true situation I've ever been in is I had a friend call me up, say there was a mobile home. It was a double wide on like an acre and a half for sale. and it was in pretty good shape, and they'd sell it for $50,000. And I immediately, knew, because that in Chatham right now is an approximately $100,000 property.
Mm-hmm.
So I race over there to look at it. I talk to the guy and I say, sold. Shake his hand and think that I've now got a deal. I bought a $100,000 house for $50,000. We shook on it. Overnight, he talks to a couple other people, and then he gets $100,000. I mean, he doesn't get $100,000. He puts it on the market for and later sells it for $100,000. Well, the moral of that story is that I'm the jerk who tried to steal the house from him for $50,000. That, I now have a bad reputation in this neighborhood as the guy who tried to steal a house for $50,000 when all I did was he said $50,000 and I said okay. Mm-hmm. And so the only it can't be that good deal I've ever had ended up sullying my reputation, which is kind of funny, but that's the way it played out.